Hi, welcome to Fresh Off the Box, where we bring you the freshest interviews on the web. I'm Renee, and today I'm sitting here with the lovely Kristina Wong. She is a solo performer, and she has joined us here tonight. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no worries.
This
You
is
look
awesome.
great.
Thank you. I try hard.
All right, cool. So, solo performer and a writer and an actor. You kind of encompass everything. Tell me about your performances.
Well, I've been doing solo performance for the last few years. I'm currently touring my third full-length solo piece, which is called Wong Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, and it's a solo show that concerns the high rates of depression and suicide among Asian American women. So very uplifting topic. But actually, Asian American women have the highest rates of suicide and depression in the country, and I naively decided a couple years ago, what a great topic for a show! Why don't I venture into this alone?
It's very uplifting, yeah.
And it was a very bad idea, but I'm very fortunate that the journey has led me to a place where I'm still here.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it was quite a downer to work on this topic, and to try to make a show that was watchable and that was a very strange topic that was hard for people to understand. Like mental illness is a very you can't really pin it down to a brochure or bullet points. And a question I kept getting as I was working on the show was why is it happening? And so it was just a very, very difficult journey. And now I'm touring the show at theaters and college spaces around the country. And creating a lot of great attention, I think, to this issue.
And this focuses on just Asian American women?
Yeah,
suicide
and
depression?
in its interpretation, I think it actually offers more questions than answers, which is something I think as artists is our job, is to ask questions rather than offer easy answers. I think maybe scientists are better at offering answers or definite answers, but I think the job of the artist is to really kind of just complicate the question. So I've really complicated the question.
Do you feel, though, in presenting this to the public that you've kind of also feel like you need to be that healer or that person that can try to, save everyone? That's a hero?
I think it has come up a lot, and I think this is the first show that I've done that people are actually interested in.
Okay, hey, it's always a good thing, right?
People were always interested in my work, but this has definitely brought people to my work in a way that I never anticipated. In the process of figuring out how on earth you would do a show about this, I had a lot of Asian women. And the thing is, growing up, when I was with Asian women, I think what always confused me is how secretive we were to each other about our lives or about our strifes and things like that. And I think what was so amazing about this is the same women that I had thought always had it together and always were just by nature successful.
Yeah, they just look perfect, right? And you're like,
come to me and are like, oh my God, I almost killed myself. But it was like, just kind of dumping a lot of stuff on me that I wasn't sure what to do with that information. But just listen. And I mean, I even had people email me saying, my daughter has been really depressed and we've been thinking about it and we want to be in your show. And I'm like, I don't know. That's not really how I work. I don't really
solo performance.
But I also don't do that kind of documentary style theater where you just interview people like Anna Devere Smith or a lot of this kind of solo performers that are very character based. They basically interview people and they create monologues based on them. But I don't really do that, and I think for something like mental illness, that's not the right approach. I think the thing is, if I were to interview depressed Asian women, it would be a really depressing show to have. I mean, I just can't. I think some people could twist it well, but I don't think that's my thing. Is the kind of character show. And I think it would be a lot of monologues about people talking about how I'm fine, I'm totally fine, I'm perfectly fine. I don't know what you're talking about, but I'm not crazy. It'd be a bunch of 8 monologues about denial. So the show is me actually as Kristina Wong, a character, introducing herself to the audience and saying that she's basically taking on the show and is going to save everyone and going to offer a definite answer at the end of the show. But basically, throughout the show, I, as the character, am falling apart. Even my costume is falling apart. I use a lot of knitting in the show and a lot of unfinished knitting pieces. It's something that I ended up doing. I ended up knitting a lot during the course of creating the show because I was so stuck. And just like the way people smoke cigarettes, like writers will smoke cigarettes when they're thinking an idea, I would just obsessively knitting.
Wow, okay.
And so I had people give me knitting and unfinished knitting pieces that are all over the set.
Oh,
and those
cool.
unfinished pieces are kind of puppets for these women falling apart. They stand in for these women falling apart. And I talk to them, and even my own costume is falling apart.
Okay.
But it's really, it's a show that really doesn't pose any answers, but maybe kind of puts it more out on the table.
Okay.